Are these fish on the bottom? Oh, there's one right there.
First cast of the day, are you kidding me?
That's not always a good sign.
You gotta give your guide a little credit. Is it a good one? It probably is one of those big ones too.
Probably a nicer fish right there.
Yeah. Do I need to net him up?
Nah. I hope that's not a bad sign.
Oh,
that's
it came
good.
on. That's all right. Easy release. That's okay.
Typically when I catch a fish on the first cast, it's not, that might be the only one of the day.
No, we'll get another one.
Grady White Boat's reputation for designing ruggedly elegant fishing boats is legendary. Our attention to quality, detail, and customer service is unmatched. From our Fisherman 180 and Coastal Explorers series to the unrivaled Canyon 456, you'll find no boat that rides better and offers more fishing amenities. Go ahead, experience fishing at its best. Get the Grady.
Hello and welcome to the Carolina Outdoor Journal. Well, today's program is going to take us down to the Pamlico River. Joe, we're going to be fishing for perch today.
That's right. We're going to be fishing for white perch, which in the last couple of years have really made a showing on the Pamlico River and its tributaries. All the creeks, just about every creek on the Pamlico for the last couple of years has held really solid numbers and size of white perch. And nobody really can tell me why. Over the last 40 years, nobody can recollect this happening, but just a really good fishery here the last couple of years. We're going to be using light tackle, 4-pound test on the reels. The smallest rattle trap, that's a real popular crankbait that's been around for years, but the smallest one they make is what we're using today, and the guys in Gear Time will tell you about it.
Now, Gear Time's going to be good, especially talking about light tackle.
Right. You want to match your tackle, like we always say, to the size fish you're catching, and these are good pound, pound and a quarter, pound and a half white perch, and they give you a good tug. And
our recipe today, tomatoes and seafood?
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure this one out. It sounds different, which I know it will be, but Donna always comes to the table with a good recipe for us.
All right, let's go fishing today on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
So here we are, Ken. I appreciate you joining me this morning. We're going to be targeting white perch on a creek off the Pamlico River. It's mid-October. Really looking forward to getting on some of these bigger white perch using these 1/8-ounce rattle traps. It's been a real hot pattern for us lately.
That's going to be fun.
On ultralight tackle. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that in my opinion.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's a pretty creek up in here, and I've never done it on these artificials. I've caught these white perch on little bottom rigs and up in the Albemarle Sound, but I've never done it on artificial, so it's going to be different.
Well, the bite's been good. We got a beautiful day, and we're really looking forward to getting on it.
It's going to be good.
You ready to go? You ready to do it?
Let's go.
All right.
All right, so this is what you've been catching them on?
Yeah, we've been using these 1/8-ounce rattle traps, so they can't stand them. And it's basically just a slow, steady retrieve. You can twitch a little bit if you want to, but most of the time just a slow, steady retrieve will get the job done.
Right, that's the smallest one I've ever seen is a rattle trap.
Yeah, it's a panfish bait. It's really designed for pan fishing for exactly what we're doing today. So all we got to do now is catch them.
All right, let's go get them.
All right.
Are these fish on the bottom? Oh, there's one right there.
First cast of the day, are you kidding me?
That's not always a good sign.
You got to give your guide a little credit. Is it a good one? It probably is one of those big ones too.
Probably a nicer fish right there.
Yeah. Do I need to net him up?
Nah. I hope that's not a bad sign.
Oh,
that's
it came
good.
on. That's all right. Easy release. That's okay.
Typically when I catch a fish on the first cast, it's not, that might be the only one of the day.
No, we'll get another one.
Now, are these fish in here suspended, or are they keying on the bottom in here, or just in the grass that's along this area?
There he is. Got him on the second cast. My second cast. Oh, he came on. Daggone it. We got to keep him on the hook there. They like grass beds a lot. They also like structure. They like stump beds, points. They like points. I mean, they like a lot of things. You just really had to come in here and just search for them. And the whole idea is to find a school where you can sit there and catch them every cast.
Right.
There he is.
There he is.
Look at that.
Let's see if we can get one to the boat this time. There he is. Got him on pretty good.
Yeah, that one probably we wouldn't keep to eat, but it gives a good tug anyway.
Yeah, they're such a wide fish. They pull pretty good. Got a nicer fish there, you think?
I think so. It feels a little heavier. I don't know. We'll see. Hard to say.
Right off that dock, wasn't he?
Yeah, right off that pier over there in that corner. Oh yeah, there he goes. Look at him down there.
A little bit better.
Yeah, a little bit nicer fish. Yeah, that's kind of more about what we're after there. We sling him up. Whoa, there he is. Yeah, look at him.
That's
Chunky
a good
one.
size there.
He's a chunky one. That would be a good eater right there. That's the kind you want to keep to eat.
Yes, sir.
He was hooked mighty good that time. Get the hook out of him. He's a beautiful
Pretty
fish, isn't he?
Well, he's
Yep.
pretty in that sunlight, isn't he?
That's a good fish on light tackle there. He's a formidable opponent. We'll let him go. We're not going to keep any today, but he'd be a good eater. See you next time, buddy.
Now I see a lot of bait in this creek, Richard. Are you fishing around the bait at all out in the middle? These little schools of menhaden?
I have thrown around the schools of bait before and caught some fish around them. They'll hang around them sometimes, just like speckled trout will do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there is a lot of menhaden in here today.
Deal.
Looks
Yeah,
like one of those good ones.
Kind of moved back up here in the back of the creek a little further.
Pulling some drag on this ultralight. That's the kind of perch we're after right there. See if I can sling them up without breaking them off. There we go. Okay, there we go. That's the one we're after right there. That class of white perch, Kent.
That's a lot nicer.
Yeah, isn't that pretty?
Pretty fish.
A formidable opponent on this light tackle for sure. You know, we've been catching perch, but we also catch a lot of other species as well. We catch these pumpkin seed sunfish. We catch some puppy drum, some flounder, some speckled trout, largemouth bass, chain pickerel, crappie. I mean, we catch a ton of fish using this technique. So it's just a lot of fun. You don't ever know what your next bite's gonna be.
Right back in that same spot you caught yours in, Richard.
Yep, there might be a school there. Let's see if we can get them going.
A little bit
It's kind of
smaller
been
fish here.
what we're looking for today.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be one of your other species you were talking about right there.
What is it?
A little pumpkin seed.
Oh yeah, the pumpkin seed. Yeah, good job.
There.
Aren't they pretty? Their coloration. Kind of that green and that light green and orange mottling on the side.
Mm-hmm.
And they call them pumpkin seed because of that black dot on their gill plate. But here we are in the brackish creek catching freshwater species. Isn't that the variety is amazing in here.
Good job.
Ooh,
They going to pull drag on you?
I don't know. Yeah,
Oh, that's a nice
that's the
fish.
one we're after there.
That's a really nice one.
Yeah, he's a nice one. I'm nice and easy with him on this 4 pound mono.
Yeah,
Oh
boy,
yeah,
what a
look how
pretty
fat
fish.
that one is. Yes, sir. Ken, we might have found the school we're looking
Yeah, might
for.
have.
These are a little bit better fish too.
There's one,
So
there's one right there.
yeah, you got them. Bring him in here. We'll look at how we'll compare their size.
Let's see who's bigger.
Yeah.
I think you might have me, but
Oh,
it's still a
that's
nicer
a good one
fish.
there. That's a good one. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they're about the same size.
About the same size.
We'll,
but
we'll call it even. How's that sound?
yeah, those are both pretty fish right there. They'd be pretty in the cooler.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll call it even. They're about the same size. I'll let them go. Get us another one. Have we found the school we've been looking for all
I
day?
think so. Both of those are right there back to back.
It starts to get kind of shallow as we get up in here, but you fish the front part of this creek.
Is there a certain depth you have to stay in for these fish?
I don't
or
think
you
so.
think you can catch them all the way
I'm
up?
out. You can catch them up in really shallow water.
So Richard, I know we just got finished drum fishing. That season's kind of over, and this is early October. Is this the kind of the start of this white perch fishery, you think, up in here?
Not necessarily. It is a good time of year to perch fish. The fall is an excellent time. So is the spring. But you can catch them year round. You can catch them all winter long. You might have to change your tactics a little bit. They're less likely to hit an artificial bait in the wintertime.
Right.
Their metabolism's a little slower. Usually guys are using bottom rigs with grass shrimp or some sort of rig like that in the winter.
That's traditionally what I've heard, is just using grass shrimp on a bottom rig.
Yeah, but this hot bite's been going on for a while. We had a big rainstorm that kind of shifted things around, but it really hadn't affected the bite all that much. I mean, it just changed things a little bit. There's still plenty of fish to be caught. So, yeah, I would say September, October, early to mid-November would be one of the better times of the year to fish for them.
Do you think these fish stay year-round in here, or do you think they move out?
Yeah, I think they're resident fish. They just stay in here all year. They got plenty of food. They don't ever leave. They grow up here, spawn, and keep reproducing. So it's really a nice resident fishery we have year-round, which is it's always a good option to fall back on when the speckled trout bite's not quite as good as we want it to be, or we're not catching as many stripers as we need, or something like that. We can always get perch fishing.
Yeah. A lot nicer fish.
Got another one on here. Yep, that's a good one. Look at that one.
Oh yeah.
Whoa,
Oh yeah.
that's a hog. That is a different class of white perch there.
There's one.
There you go. Good job.
Doubled up here. That's a nice fish. I don't think mine's going to be near that
Look
big.
at how
but-
fat that thing is right there.
Oh, he's fooling me now.
That is a healthy one there. Yeah, you got another good one. Wow, double header. Well, I guess these bigger fish sometimes run together in little packs. We found a little school of them, so
Nice fish there.
yeah, maybe it'll turn into more. We'll let that one go.
We're a little tighter to that bank this time.
Good
Right
job.
back in that same spot.
All right, I'm gonna throw right behind you and see if I can get another one.
Yeah. A little bit nicer class fish here too. I tell you what, I don't know. It's fun for
Yeah.
us, but I can imagine little kids would just have a ball doing this.
They do. I bring my 4-year-old son out here all the time. He loves it. If they can cast a spinning rod or a push button rod, they can catch these fish very easily.
Yeah.
Doesn't take any kind of special presentation, just a slow, steady pull.
Now, there's no special technique to reeling these little rattle traps.
Look at that thing. That's a wide body there.
It's thick.
It's a nice one.
Yeah, there he goes.
Pretty fish.
Nice quality fish there.
Well, do you think you're going to catch white perch that big today?
Not at all. That's a nice fish. And they are fun on this light tackle.
Oh, yeah. Feel like they're snatching the rod out of your
They
hand.
do.
Oh, goodness.
You want to take him around the boat?
Yep, he's going around the boat on me here.
Get him.
Oh, it's a perch. Good gracious. Perchzilla.
You need the net?
We might, yeah. I think I'm gonna net him. He hit it like a puppy drum. I thought it was a puppy drum.
It's a nice one. Good gracious, that's a
Look
nice
at that
fish.
thing. Wow.
That is just as nice as they come right there.
Wow, look at that. Look at that thing right there. That is a quality fish on ultralight for sure.
Yes.
Lot of fun, lot of fun.
I mean, it just took you around the boat. That's
Yeah.
just about all you wanted on that
He hit
little
it
rod.
like a redfish. I mean, he about snatched it out of my hand.
Just jumped on it.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
gonna let him go. Maybe we'll catch him tomorrow.
definitely aggressive fish.
All right, that was fun.
Nice.
Fish of the day for me.
Yes, sir. Nice fish. You know, Richard, you were talking about these white perch hanging around the structure, and we've been using these crankbaits with treble hooks, but I've noticed we really hadn't got hung up that much.
Yeah, I mean these rattle traps do a great job. They, the nose stays down on them, and like a lot of good crankbaits, they don't get hung up a whole lot. They bounce off structure pretty well. This has been an old standby bait for a long time, but I think sometimes it gets overlooked for its effectiveness with a bunch of different types of fishing.
Right. You got one?
Got another one here, Kent. I don't know.
another
It's not a Perchzilla, but it's a good one.
Yeah. It's a nice fish still.
Yeah,
Good quality size.
kind of a medium size.
Yeah, that's a good quality size right there.
Look, there he
is.
goes. Hey,
I
quick
got
release.
one on too.
Oh, there you go. Good job.
Right in that same spot.
If I can get my lure undone. I'm gonna catch one too behind you.
It might be a little, this one might beat yours.
That's a good one there, man. Wow, that's a good class of perch in here.
Yeah, get him out from under the boat.
Don't let him pull you overboard now.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Nice
That
fish.
thing.
Yes, sir, that's a nice one. He got it all in his face too with his treble hooks.
You know, the perch in this creek, they're a little greener in tint, you know, match the color of the water versus up in the Albemarle Sound where their backs are black a lot.
Right, they're a lot whiter looking, it seems
Yeah,
like.
or if you catch them up in the heads of the creeks here in the Blackwater, they're blacker looking, black and white versus green and white. It doesn't take them long to change colors and adjust to the watercolor.
Pretty fish.
Joe, white perch, fun fishing, and we had a good day.
We really did. It was a morning of fishing on in Bath Creek, which is one of the tributaries of the Pamlico, and again they've just been in every creek. I mean, it really doesn't matter which one you go in. They've been around for the last couple of years, and again you match your tackle like we always say, and 4-pound test is perfect. You can really get a good little fight up, and they're good to eat. Very tasty on the table, and had a lot of fun.
Light tackle, that's the way to go.
Yep.
All right, let's go to Gear Time and find out more.
Richard, I've had a really fun time this morning here in this creek off the Pamlico, and catching those white perch on this rattle trap has been a new experience for me, and I've really enjoyed that.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I had a great time too. I mean, you can't beat what we're doing today on a beautiful October day like this.
No, it's gorgeous.
We've really had a lot of fun. Caught a variety of sizes of perch, some really nice ones, some smaller ones, and also a few other species too. These rattle traps really are often overlooked bait for a lot of fish, but they're very effective. They are relatively weedless. They bounce off a structure really well because they keep their noses down. Today we primarily fish the blueback and the chrome side and the gold side with the blackback. But the chrome side with the blackback works well too. All three fish pretty much equally. We're using these TFO ultralight rods. They're very sensitive, make catching these smaller fish a lot of fun. Pin conflict and pin battle reels, spool with Stren 4-pound test.
And that was just a perfect match for these fish. It was fun catching the bigger fish on them. They even pulled drag.
Yeah, on some of those bigger fish, I think we might have been a little overmatched.
Yeah. Yep.
But I had a ball, and you know, the great thing about this fishing is sometimes you can hook other species. And you know, when I hooked a Perchzilla there, I thought I had a redfish on it first.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad idea to bring your landing net along just in case you do hook a nice flounder, a nice trout, nice striper, or maybe even a slot drum.
Yeah, we're moving into that season where you have all those fish mixed together in the same area, chasing the same baits. So that is definitely a good idea.
But having good gear and proper gear really makes a difference, and I think that's what made the difference for us today.
Good. I enjoyed it.
Well, I did too. What do you say we go grab some lunch?
Let's go do it.
All right, let's do it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Special thanks to Captain Richard Andrews for all that great information. There's his number on the screen. Why don't you give him a call? Now, Donna is standing by in the kitchen. She has got a unique recipe today here on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Today in the kitchen we're making a quick seafood tomato soup, and this is one of those recipes that you can kind of just toss everything in and you're ready to go. So what we're going to do is you can use frozen or you can use fresh ingredients depending on what you have around or what is in season. So we're going to start with some olive oil in our saucepan. We're going to add in chopped onion. We're also going to add in 2 poblano peppers that we've chopped, so it's going to have a little bit of heat to it. I took out the vein or the rib and the seeds, which is what gives it the heat. So if you want it a little bit warmer, don't remove the seeds or the rib in it, and you'll have a little more heat. We're gonna add in some chopped zucchini. So this is a great recipe when zucchini is ample and you don't know what to do with it, and we're always looking for things to do with our zucchini. Make a soup with it. Then you can use some fresh corn or frozen corn. And we're just gonna give that a big stir. We're just gonna let that cook for a few minutes, kind of saute those vegetables. We're gonna add in some sliced, about 3 cloves of sliced garlic too. So it's gonna have some great flavors. So give that a good stir. Then we're gonna add in some vegetable broth to this. And what I've done is I've taken Ann's vegetable base and just added water, and warm water and your vegetable base. So just give it a stir until it dissolves. It is great, it's quick, and it's easy, and it's always on hand. You can just keep it in your fridge. So we're gonna add in our 3 cups of vegetable base. And if you want, you can use chicken if that's what you prefer and you have. But they make a chicken and a vegetable. We'll give that a good stir. That zucchini wants to stay there. There we go. And then we're gonna add 28 ounces of diced tomatoes. You can add salt and pepper to this. You can add some hot sauce to this if you want, to give it a little more zing. We're gonna let that start to boil. And once it starts to boil, then we're gonna add in our shrimp. Now you can add in shrimp to this. You can do raw fish pieces if you'd like. You can add some crab. Whatever you happen to have, you can add scallops, mussels. You can add a combination if you like. We're gonna give that a stir as well. We're gonna put our lid on and let it come to a boil. And then once it comes to a boil and your shrimp starts to turn pink or clear, you're ready to go. So this is what it looks like when it's done. Just served it in some nice little crocks with some cornbread. You can do hush puppies would be great with this as well. Just, you can serve it right after you've made it, or you can put it in the freezer and bring it out at another time. So I hope you enjoy this quick seafood tomato soup, and I look forward to seeing you next time here on Simple Cooking.
Thank you, Donna, for another great recipe. And that recipe, as all of our recipes, are right there in the Carolina Outdoor Journal Cookbook. Joe, as they say, it is time for show and tell.
Well, I just wanted to show you the type of tackle we use this day, because we always emphasize, no matter what you're after, match your tackle, and then you can have lots of fun. Don't go overboard. In the case of the white perch, you don't need a real heavy rod, a real heavy line. You know, in the case of the white perch, you go. What we did this day was a 4-pound test on the spool. This is a 1,000 size spinning reel, matched with a 6-foot light action or ultra light action rod, and you have lots of fun. This is the rattle trap they use today, and very effective. The fish, as I mentioned, you not only catch white perch, but in these creeks, most of these creeks have a varied population of red drum, speckled trout, bass, and bluegill. So you can catch any number of those on this particular bait, but just a good day afield. And
Joe, another thing too, that white perch good on the table.
Very good, one of the best we've got.
All right, for Joe Albee, I'm John Moore. Thanks for joining us today on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Make sure to visit our website for more information.
Grady white boats are known for uncompromising quality through exceptional attention to detail. On every model, from 18 to 45 feet, we incorporate exclusive features and quality components that you won't find on any other boat brands. Our exclusive CV2 hull design is ranked highest in every third-party survey done in the marine industry. So every day on the water will be a great day, no matter the conditions. Ask any Grady white owner and they'll tell you, get the Grady.